A standard college savings account is increasingly coming under structural pressures that few families are prepared to manage. Many of these conservative, low-risk portfolios are struggling as the underlying math of the education market shifts. With global tuition and specialized academic fees rising at their current pace, the purchasing power held in these accounts is being steadily eroded. In this environment, a traditional education fund often functions as a wealth erosion mechanism rather than a preservation tool. This graph captures the divergence. The flat baseline represents standard market returns for an education fund, while the steeply rising curve reflects 2026 tuition inflation. Calculating the distance between these paths reveals a projected six-figure shortfall for families relying on traditional growth rates. Bridging this gap requires moving away from the saving strategies of previous generations and looking toward aggressive, inflation-indexed instruments. Continuing to fund a system that cannot keep pace with these costs presents a significant risk to long-term familial wealth. The structure of many government-sponsored college plans makes it difficult for them to track with hyperinflationary tuition costs. Locking capital into these restrictive accounts creates a significant opportunity cost by removing the liquidity needed to respond to better market opportunities. When these funds fall short of the actual bill, families are often funneled directly into the student loan market to cover the remaining balance. This loss of flexibility often occurs right when the tuition bill arrives, frequently leaving debt as the primary bridge to cover the funding gap. This waterfall chart reveals how internal structures hinder compounding interest, starting with gross market growth. As administrative and management fees are siphoned off, costing up to 30%, and we adjust for taxes and inflation, the final bar drops, showing the true net return. Financial advisors often receive higher commissions for these restrictive products, creating a conflict of interest that may prioritize the product over the family's net worth. These combined factors make it difficult to achieve meaningful wealth generation within a traditional education plan. Even a successful saving strategy can trigger what I call the financial aid trapdoor. As the flowchart shows, assets in a child's name can lead directly to disqualification for federal grants. 2026 expected family contribution updates specifically penalize middle-class savers, while high-net-worth individuals utilize structures that remain protected. High transparency in these accounts give universities a clear view of a family's capacity to pay, which can be used as leverage to charge the full retail rate. These traditional savings vehicles often flag a family as a candidate for the highest possible costs. The credentials being purchased are also undergoing a shift. Tuition continues to climb, while the salary floor for many traditional degrees is flattening. In an AI-dominated job market, the cost of prestige credentials must be weighed against flattening starting salaries. Specialized technical certifications are currently yielding starting bonuses that challenge the return on investment of a 4-year residential degree. The debt-to-degree ratio measures the point where the cost of the credential results in a negative net worth for the graduate at the start of their career. Funding a prestige degree without analyzing these market shifts can severely handicap a child's career mobility. Shifting capital from restrictive plans into flexible, high-yield growth assets offers a strategic alternative. This quadrant chart shows the move to self-directed assets. Creating a self-directed education fund allows for branching paths not tied to a single institutional outcome. If a child decides to bypass college, these assets remain available for entrepreneurship or real estate, protecting their future through versatility. Maximum liquidity and optionality provide a level of security that rigid institutional vehicles cannot match in a volatile market. This strategy also provides an opportunity to teach financial literacy through active asset management rather than relying on a passive trust. Moving toward a more flexible wealth pivot allows you to take control of the outcome. Reallocating assets now is a practical step to ensure academic inflation doesn't liquidate your family's future. Strategically moving away from high-fee, low-growth accounts is a mathematical necessity for those seeking to grow generational wealth. Subscribe to Rupee Ready.